Greetings ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. I will be your host, Thrones, bringing you a role-playing build known as the Ebonshadow. The Ebonshadow in a nutshell is a role-playing build intended specifically for a niche casual playstyle, questing around and all around normal content. It is in no way made for veteran content. It is not made to min-max, nor is it made for any type of difficult content or veteran dungeons. The build revolves around being, as the name implies, a Ebonshadow, who are devout followers of the Daedric Prince Nocturnal. We are all about utilizing gear sets, giving us the aesthetics of that reflects the shadowy theme, dark cloak, etc, etc. And now, for the build. And for our build, we are playing as a Dark Elf Nightblade. I will definitely recommend the Nightblade class for the reason because the Nightblade class offers us some particular skill lines that revolve around shadowy, spectral blades, siphoning blood magic, etc, etc. So definitely recommend it. However, you can go with a sorcerer as well, summoning, Twilight and some Daedra and stuff, because the build is more flexible than not. And as a disclaimer, once again, this is a role-playing build. It is not min-maxed, nor is it intended to min-max. It's basically for fun, questing around. We are playing as a Dark Elf. The Dark Elf is literally just my personal preference on this one. However, you can go whatever class you want. If you want to actually go a little bit more of a min-maxing, go to what's the name? Go to Deltia, you can go to Shoddycast, you can go, no, not Shoddycast, that's the lore guy. To Skinny Cheeks, you can go to Alcast, whatever. If you want to go min-maxing build, that's your place. This one is only role-playing. For our Mundus stone, we went with the Thief stone because I think it goes well with the, well, Mistress of Thieves and all of that. However, this is not a Thief build. That will come on a later date, which will actually, as a matter of fact, I will have more sneaking than not. We went all Magicka because I wanted to try out going with a Magicka aesthetics, a mage of the Nocturnal and stuff, so yeah. For our stats, it's pretty, basic. You just go Magicka, slap it all in. That's it. Go with the Thief stone or whatever stone you want. And for the food, if you're going with Magicka, go Witch Mother's Brew, that's the best one. I'm just using this one because I'm on PTS and it's easier to manage. For our skills. For the skills we are using on the back bar, let's start from there, we're using Debilitate. Debilitate itself is a DOT skill, which also gives us the overcharged status effect, which gives us Magicka Steal for 4 seconds. So every time it ticks, you get 4 seconds again and again. So all in all, it's 14-second duration when you hit a target. It's very useful for maintaining Magicka, and considering I'm wearing actually medium armor on this one, this is highly recommended to have. Second skill is Twisting Path. The reason for doing this is it's the signature AoE ability of a Nightblade. It deals quite a bit of damage and it gives us a little bit of speed. The third ability, I'm using Unstable Wall of Elements because I'm using a Maelstrom backstaff, and plus it deals even more damage. However, if you don't want to use a staff, go whatever the heck you want. This is your flex spot when it comes to depending on the weapon you're using. I'm using Siphoning Strikes to get even more Magicka back, and heals us for every time we light attack and medium attack or heavy attack in between using skills. Dark Shade, definitely recommended. It deals Magicka damage. It also applies minor maim, but that's not really important. And the important thing is that you summon a, a shade, a shadow thingy. It goes well with the nocturnal theme. For the ultimate, I'm using Salt Tether for the reason it is very, well, it's very nice to have. It does a lot of AoE damage, it heals you, and it's basically a oh crap button. Simple as that. However, if you don't like it, you can always go with the Consuming Darkness ultimate. It puts a rune down on the ground and it is really nice. I would recommend going with the Veil of Blades if you want to deal a little bit more damage, but you can always go with the Bolstering Darkness, getting major protection. I definitely recommend more the Veil of Blades. It looks like this. Quite a beautiful rune. Actually, might just stick with this one. For the front bar, we are using the beautiful execute called Impale, because we are Magicka, so Impale is really nice, and I do enjoy the range of it. I'm also going with Swallow Soul, because I'm, as I said, still range. However, if you do want to go with the melee, go Concealed Weapon, and morph Impale into the other morph, just for the extra resource management. If you want to go Magicka, and since hybridization is now a thing, you can always slap that. However, I really like Swallow Soul for the reason of healing and etc. Sap Essence, AoE, gaining major brutality and major sorcery. Nothing else I can say about that other than pure buffs. Merciless Resolve, beautiful spectral blow, yeets a bloody arrow and deals a lot of damage, where we also heal if we are in melee range. I'm using Inner Light for getting major savagery and major prophecy, combined with major brutality and sorcery. It really helps out with the damage, so we can use trash pots to deal, you know, damage. For the ultimate, I'm using Soul Harvest, and this one's pretty self-explanatory. While slotted, every time we kill something, we deal more damage, and when you kill something, we get ultimate back. We deal 20% more damage. For being slotted, we get critical. Another thing about Inner Light is that under the Mage's Guild skill line, Magicka Controller, we get even more Magicka for being slotted. So if you want to max out that part, you can always go with Degenerate and slap on the Meteor and maybe Shooting Star, and you will have like 6% more Magicka. You still get the major brutality and sorcery, and the Meteor deals quite a lot of damage. However, we will lose the getting ultimate per kill, which, you know, I don't want to lose that pot. For our gear, it's, yeah, the gear is the signature of this whole build. We are using Unfathomable Darkness. This set is a stamina set, and every time you deal damage, you call a murder of crows around you for 12 seconds. Every 3 seconds, a crow literally yeets at an enemy, and it's bloody gorgeous to look at. If you're into the shadowy aesthetics and nocturnal, you want to go with a thieves character-ish, you can always slap this one. You cannot go wrong with this one. It's really, it's the bread and butter of this build. The second set, I am using Shadow Rend. The reason why I'm going with Shadow Rend is because it summons a Clown Fear that is the same color of this little puppy down here. Basically, it's purplish, it's shadowy, it's beautiful, it applies minor maim. It's literally the Nightblade skill called Dark Shade, but as a set. I like it. 2 shadow thingies, one shadow figure, 1 shadow Daedra. Just goes really well with this one. And for the third set, I am using Gloomgraced. This is a heavy set, so I went a little bit with the Bloodthirsty here, but it really doesn't matter since it's a role-playing build. It's a, you know, it's just like that. When you take damage, you become a living shadow, so your whole body turns black with purple eyes. It's really, really beautiful to look at if you're into this type of aesthetics. And for 10 seconds, you heal every 2 seconds, and also getting major evasion, which helps you out with a little bit of survivability. It's a nice set, it's beautiful, and the aesthetics I just adore. For the traits, it's pretty simple, just go Divines everything. For jewelry, if you really want to go, I'd recommend Bloodthirst if you're damage related. However, if you want to go a little bit more bursty, you can always go with Infused or whatever the heck you want, honestly. For the CP, for the green tree, I always recommend that everyone does his own shtick. Really doesn't matter. If you want to go a little bit more Steed Blessing for more speed, go with that one. Rationer gives 30 minutes more buff food duration, and liquid efficiency 10% not to consume a potion. I also go with Gifted Rider for more mount speed, which is basically 10%, combined with Alliance War getting the Major Gallop, increasing mount speed by 30%. This can get really fast. However, you can play around, just slot in whatever the heck you want. If you sneak more, maybe going Sustaining Shadows combined with Out of Sight, and you're gonna be good. For the blue tree, I went with Fighting Finesse for a little bit more critical, Wrathful Strikes for more damage, single target damage with Deadly Aim, and direct damage with Master at Arms. Simple as that. For the red tree, I went with a little bit more health, a little bit more armor, and Magicka per kill. You can always slot in either a Refreshing Stride, while sprinting you get Magicka and health recovery. That's just personal preference. If you want more speed for in-between missions, you can always go with Celerity, or you can go with Thrill of the Hunt, getting Major Expedition every time you kill for 3 seconds per stage, which is in 6 seconds in total. For the fashion, it's really simple. You cannot get more simple like that. It's just Ebonshadow for everything. I went light, personally, with the robe on the chest piece. Ebonshadow staffs, it has a giant ass crow on it, really goes well with the crow aesthetics from Unfoundable Darkness. You can always try out the medium one or the heavy one, up to you. You can play around, go Thieves Guild fashion, go whatever the heck you want. However, for this one I went a little bit more clean, more simple, just like that. Anyways guys, thanks for watching.